there, welcome to another episode of Galaxy Gardens. My name is Chrissy and we got two things for you today. First off, we're going to be going and tapping our trees for sap. I'm actually just waiting for Greg to get home because he's been really looking forward to this. We've never tapped trees before. From what I understand, the process is pretty easy, but you need to get your timing right. So for us, the best time to tap trees is around mid-February to mid-March, where you're having those temperatures above freezing during the day and temperatures below freezing at night. We've had kind of a weird winter, so it's kind of been like that. However, we've done some cross-referencing and we've been seeing a lot of other people who are planning for this weekend as well. As of today, it's February 12th, so we're gonna give it a go and let's hope it works out. The second thing we have for you today is I'd like to review our favorite companies that we like to order fruit trees from, and more specifically, what types of fruit trees and fruiting bushes we like to order from specific companies. Just so you know, we're not sponsored in any way. We could be. If anyone sees this, hit us up. We don't even know who to contact. But anyways, we really just want to make sure you have the best resources available to you that we've used and can vouch for you to get your own trees and berries on your property. Now, this time of year is actually the best time of year to do that ordering because we're getting closer to the start of the shipping season, which many companies do seasonally to make sure your trees and bushes get to you in one piece and that they don't freeze and that they don't, fry in the heat. So, two things for you today. Let's go check it out. Greg's home, so we're pulling out all of our sapping supplies. We have 10 tubes, whatever this is. He's reading the directions. We have our, what do you call these? The actual...
Those are the spouts.
The spouts.
Mm-hmm.
And Greg, how hard is this going to be?
It seems pretty easy so far, but I guess I shouldn't talk until we actually do it, so...
Okay. And they gave us a drill bit.
Yep.
So we're going to finish reading our directions and bring those outside. This was my Christmas present, and that's the company we got all this from. So I think we have to go to the store and get some buckets. But, look, they give us all these recipes. So, ooh, that one would be especially good. Yeah, I think we got to go to the store. All right, we got to go to the store and get some buckets, but we'll be right back. We're back home and we have all of our supplies cleaned and ready to go, so let's head outside. If you're wondering what kind of buckets we're using, we just got some generic 5-gallon buckets from the hardware store. Some people prefer to use metal buckets. We just don't have anywhere near us that sells those, and we looked. So this was our next best option, and it's a little more cost effective for us, and these last forever, which is really helpful.
Hi, so today we're gonna tap some maple trees. We got 5 big maple trees out here. We got 10 spouts, so we're gonna aim for 2 for each one, stick a bucket in the middle, and hopefully we can get a decent amount of maple syrup this year.
So when you're doing this, you wanna use trees that have at least a 10-inch diameter. And what Greg is gonna do is we're gonna drill in about 1.5 inches, right?
Mm-hmm.
At a downward angle. And we'll attach our, what is this, spigot?
Mm-hmm.
A spigot and hose. So we're gonna put one there, and then you wanna go at least 6 inches away from there. Also up and down. So we're gonna put one on the other side as well. I'm gonna drop. And that's it.
Oh, yeah, it's dripping.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Already? goodness. Where's that hole?
Yep.
Yeah, that's collecting. Oh my goodness. Oh, get a spigot in there.
I'm trying. Alrighty. That's number one.
Well, guess we picked the right time of year to do it. Okay, we have our second spigot, which is about 2 feet lower than the first one. So now we're gonna hammer a nail in the tree about halfway between them and put our tubes on.
Works.
Okay, so quick reconfiguring of where the bucket is, because we realized we originally put it a little bit too high for the second hole. But where it is right now is working fine. So we're putting holes in the lid to put the tubes through to help reduce, you know, any kind of gunk from getting inside there. That should be pretty cool. It'll keep the tubes in place. Okay, so there's the top one, and here's the lower one, and we'll get better at this as we go. Going through here, and that one's dripping. You can't see it that well, but the one down there is dripping too. And we already have about a half cup of sap in like 5 minutes, so very exciting. Hello.
Hi.
All right, you ready to
do the
do?
next tree?
Yep. We have 2, 3, and then this is about the absolute smallest you can go. This one is about a 10-inch diameter. But these are old trees. From what I understand, it takes even about 40 years to get a 10-inch, so these are old trees. Too. Hi, Greg.
Hi. So looks like we're all set. We got 5 trees tapped, 10 total taps, and we've already got a noticeable amount of sap on the bottom of all of these, so I feel like it's not going to be that long before we're boiling some syrup up.
They look great. If you listen closely, you can hear the sap dripping. As you can see, our trees are all tapped. This whole process took about 20 minutes to do. It was really easy. You can get kits online, that's what we used, and all we had to do was buy buckets. So, not bad at all. From what I was reading online, all you need is about 40 gallons to make a gallon of syrup. We don't use it very often, so even if we get, 25 gallons of sap, you'd be good to go, or even less, as long as we get a couple jars of it, that'll be pretty sweet. As far as our second topic for today, for the types of companies that we use to buy fruit trees, I use 3 main websites. So one of them is called One Green World, and they're based out of Oregon, and they're great if you want to find different kinds of fruiting bushes or trees. We use them quite a bit. We also use Logis, which is based in Connecticut, and they're really good for more tropical types of fruits. Of course, where we live, we have to bring them in and out, but we've been pretty lucky with them for citrus. We also like to use Gurney's. We get strawberries from there, among other types of trees, such as peaches or apples. And then other than that, we like to go to local nurseries that already have trees that do well in your area. There's so many other websites out there. Some I'm not mentioning aren't the best. We've run into some websites that are known to be really good for buying trees from, and they'll cancel our order right as it's supposed to ship, even though we ordered it months ago and they said everything was in stock. Then when it comes time to send it to us, they're like, oh, actually, no, we don't have that in stock, so we're just going to refund you. So I'm not even going to mention those other websites. But One Green World, Logis, and Gurney's are my top 3 pretty much. There's so many other ones out there. I've actually had luck going on eBay too, surprisingly. And most times when you're buying trees from websites, you'll get smaller ones that are clones from mature trees or bushes. And usually nurseries will keep them for 1 to 2 years. So by the time you get them, you're either going to get them to bush within, for bushes, you get them to fruit probably the next season, and for trees within, 2 to 4 years. So that's my recommendations for you. If you're interested in tapping your own trees, let us know how it goes, and we'll keep you updated on our maple sap process as we move forward too. We were thinking of tapping one of the birches that we have on our property, and we did do a test hole in it, and it wasn't really doing anything, so we decided to leave it alone, and we'll just focus on maple syrup for now. So this is another one of those spring items that you can get on your property, and for many people, this is one of the first things that they are collecting each year. So we're excited to be part of that too. So I'm gonna hang out here. We're gonna take the girls out and let them forage around for a little bit, but we'll see you next time.